use of guns, and I'll tell you why. Know that gun violence is not the only thing that is affecting world violence. Taking away guns won't solve world problems. Throwing guns away won't stop the fact that people are getting killed almost every day. Having guns can help a lot of people, not just for protection, but it can bring them together to protect their community. Why guns are important. The American founding fathers had the idea that guns can protect people as a collective, and so far it has proven to be true. Gun haters start with the basic idea that guns are bad. You shouldn't have them in your house because they are dangerous. But I should let you know from the start, handguns are used for protection, and to prove that, let's consider an example. One of my close relatives owned a gun with a license. Now, mind you, we live next door from a robber. He's been in jail for 5 years. One day he tried to rob our house, but didn't know my dad was in the house. So my dad took his gun and confronted the man. Long story short, the man didn't come back. Guns are bad, but they also good for saving lives and protection.
Good afternoon. My name is Amber Shante Cutner, and I am here to discuss why the Second Amendment should be appealed. My team and I have numerous facts on why this should be accepted. In this debate, we will focus on several points. How this change will affect the U.S. and its citizens, and statistics on what guns do to our communities. When 2/3 of the murders in the U.S. are committed with a gun, one would hope that politicians would be taking precedent steps to restrict access to firearms. Authority General Ashcroft is working to make guns more easily available. Last Monday, January 24, 2011, the Justice Department revealed its long-lasting position on the Second Amendment's right to the people to keep and bear arms, reinterpreting it as an individual right to own guns. Some questions that came to mind when I read this is, what if this person isn't mentally stable? Is there a guarantee that this person will use their firearms for self-defense only?
10 seconds, 10 seconds.
Statistics show that less than 1% of all homicides are among school grounds and occur between ages 5 through 19 years old. Each year, 312 children and teens are killed by gunfire. Examples of gun-related deaths that occur because of this amendment: Octavio Johnson, Glen Park. 3 Glen Park young men are shot to death.
5 seconds.
Florida woman kills her 2 children. Thank you.
You welcome.
Pro side, this is going to be good. Excellent job, introductory speakers.
Good afternoon.
I'm sending this to President Obama.
Like I said, good afternoon. My name is Josiah Coleman, and I am for the use of guns. This is wrong. My first reason for being for guns is because guns have been used to protect oneself and the home. Citizens in the United States can own weapons, which are guns, so why take them away if they were already allowed? The barrier, which is the person who has the gun or owns it, has the responsibility to protect himself, his family, and last but not least, he has the responsibility to protect his gun and the Washington police data shows that since the U.S. Supreme Court struck down Washington handgun ban more than 2.5 years ago, hundreds of residents in the district say the safest and wealthiest areas have registered handguns. But more than those in poor areas, the gun should never go out of the owner's hand, meaning no stranger should have his hand on it. There are also fireproof guns, which would help the gun owners safely guard their guns. of the 1,400 plus guns registered a year, more than 1,000 are handguns, mainly semi-automatics. The rest are rifles and shotguns used to protect homes. And
I hate to say it, this is better than the first debates, guys. I'm just putting it out there.
Hi, my name is Antoinette Fenoy, and I'm here also to discuss why the Second Amendment will affect the U.S. and its citizens positively. First, let me start off by saying guns aren't the only way people can solve their problem, especially us black people. We really use guns to a large advantage against our own people. So instead, why we just can't talk it out before reaching for our waist, although we aren't the only race who suffer. From this issue, we're still the ones who are affected by it most. This change can possibly change the faces of urban communities, but put a better stamp on Americans as a whole. And who knows, it may even change the race look at each other. And thank you.
I'm glad I got a grade.
Woo! Rebuttals.
Hello, my name is John Buchanan. I'm contested debating on.
Oh, I apologize. For rebuttals, Cons go first. Con go first for rebuttals. I apologize.
Hello, my name is Devin, and I'm on the con side because although the Justice Department revised this long-standing position on the Second Amendment, it really should be removed because even though it has been revised, it's still sad to say that 2/3 of the country's murder is because of gun violence. So before you make your decision, you should ask yourself these questions: is the person really mentally stable, and what will it have effect on our communities?
Man, I don't know what I'm gonna do. Ms. Jackson, are you watching this?
Hello, my name is John Buchanan, and I'm a contested debating on why we should have guns in the United States. 1,000 people die in this state every day for other uses rather than the use of guns. So why take away guns? So taking away guns will not stop anything. People are going to die if guns are taken away or not. Did you know, for defense, 55.1 people are defending themselves for guns, and 44.9% are for other uses.
I mean, I'll get research. 1,000 people die from something besides gun violence?
A day?
Right. A day.
What's up next?
That was his stats.
That y'all done?
Oh, no, it's question and answer. Question and answer first. Any questions from the audience? Any questions? Dre Javon, question.
Is it that y'all want to ban guns or gunpowder?
You want to ban gun usage.
No, they
We would like to ban gun usage and I guess other things that go along with having guns.
Okay. Kiki.
Okay, so when you ban the guns, that means that you have to ban war, and then that would cause a whole lot of other
That was a good question.
a lot of including money and the economy with the world. But instead of using the gun, maybe you can just talk it out, like I said. You can just talk it out.
So two countries need to sit down. The countries need to sit down and talk. We tell kids all the time, don't fight on the playground, but the countries sit up and I agree. One more question, then we moving on. Shane, all right, go ahead, Shane.
Do you have any research that tell what other things that people die from besides guns?
They got like criminals and like gangsters and all them people who be.
No, he's saying besides murder with a gun, what other ways that people get murdered?
They strangle each other.
Okay.
They beat them to death. They hang them.
Mm-hmm.
They torture them.
I'm in
They
that
cut your finger off and put it
They
in the
got
water.
they. I'm in the group. I looked up some research.
All right, conclusions.
Oh, what you do? Conclusions.